Oh, hey peoples, how you doing? Okay, got some more people coming in. Hey, Black Bottle Rico. I'm not Blake Bottle Rico. I'm sorry. I'm gonna pronounce some names wrong. I'm gonna tell you. No doubt. Hey Carrie, how you doing? Saw your scope earlier today at the. That was a great scope at Chick-fil-A. Did you get the waffle fries? Nelson. Okay, Kite S join. Okay, cool. We'll wait around for a couple more people. In case you're wondering, hi. Nice to see you, Carrie. That was a great scope today from live from the local Chick-fil-A. I hope the management got a clue. Hey, hi, from Brazil. I've never been to Brazil, but it's on my to-do list. Okay, so we're going to wait for just for a couple of more minutes for some more people to join. If you would please share this scope with some friends and even your enemies, because you know enemies need to be enlightened and educated too. So share it with some people. That would be great. Oh, you know me by YouTube. Wonderful. Cool. Oh, that's hot. You sent a recap video to the manager to company headquarters. Hey, if nothing else, get some waffle fries out of it. If they don't use it, that's on them. They don't use that tip that you gave them today. I mean, you literally show them exactly what could be done. If they don't see the potential in it, then that's their fault. Speak more slow, please. Okay, that I will do. That I will do. I will speak slowly. Okay. So, instead of waiting for a couple of more people, as you can see, my name is Alice Fuller. I am principal consultant at Share Social, which is a social media training and consulting business. And I've been doing it for 7 years now. Been doing it a little while. Some of my clients do include AARP. I've got the Hollywood Black Film Festival. Let's see, CoachArt.org. Some of these businesses are in Los Angeles. Edie Perry and Associates, which is a great PR firm out of Charlotte, North Carolina. So at any rate, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Let you see what I'm going to talk about tonight. And tonight I'm going to talk about making money with Periscope. There's been some discussion about it because you know the discussion is going to come. Well, how do you make money, especially as you present this idea to small businesses? Big ups to Alex Pettit. He covered this, but I'm going to cover it a little bit more based on my experience. Cool. So let me go ahead and get my camera ready. Okay. So you see me. Here I am. Hey, is that Caesar? How you doing? Okay. So as I said before, we are going to talk about making profits with. Oh, thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the hearts. We're going to talk about making profits with Periscope. Because at the end of the day, this is a great app, and as you're talking about using the app for business, the end of the question is going to always be, well, how do you make money doing this? How can we make money with it? That's what everybody wants to know. Now, I'm going to be very, very upfront and honest with you. If you're thinking this is going to be fast money, let me tell you now, this is not about fast money. Social media in general is not about the fast money. This is about attracting an audience. This is about engaging with an audience. This is about building a community, building an audience so that you can make money. So don't go into it thinking, oh, I'm going to make good money. I'm going to make good money. Yeah, you can make good money, but it may not be as fast as you think. However, that's a case-by-case basis, okay? So one of the things I want to talk about in making money with Periscope, and this is true with social media as a whole. Generally speaking, when you begin to, you see, I need in all social media, okay? That's a question. Are you asking me if I'm in social media? Is that what I do for a living? That indeed is what I do professionally. So, getting back to how to make money with Periscope. First thing is get your mind right. Oh, yes, this is what I do. Yes, this is what I do. You're going to make me raise my glasses because I can't see your name. Oh, that's Nelson. Okay, yes, Nelson, this is what I do professionally. So, making money with Periscope. Think long term. This is not a strategy where, these are not strategies wherein it's going to be the quick buck. These are strategies that you can use, or these are tactics that you can use and approaches that can make you money. But don't go into it thinking somebody's just going to reach in their pocket and write me a check. That might work for Kim Kardashian. That might work for some celebrities. It might work for your local news anchor on Periscope, but it may not necessarily work for you. So, but that's not, but once again, that's a case by case basis, depending on how you approach it. Okay, so I got my little notes because I always end up forgetting something. Okay, so one of the first things that generally come to mind when you're talking about how to make money with Periscope, sponsorship. Just like with a blog post, just like with a website to a certain degree, you can get sponsors, people that will pay you to have a presence in your Periscope. Technically, this is video. Just like with a commercial, just like with a movie, I could have a backdrop behind me, and that backdrop could have lots of different names and brands and things of that nature on it. Or I could go old school and I could be drinking a Coca-Cola, and Coca-Cola would be paying me to basically have their product placement in my Periscope. That's one way to do it. That's definitely one way to do it. Hey, think about it. If it works for film, it works for TV, it could definitely work for Periscope. So think about it that way. So product, quote unquote, product placement. But the reality of all of these things I'm about to share with you, in most cases, here's what a business or an entity that you approach are going to look for. They want to see that you have an audience. In most cases, as you're going about using social media for business, Periscope, whatever tool it may be, even though we often say it's not all about the numbers, and indeed it is not. However, we can't ignore numbers because numbers are important. They're the entryway for a lot of people for you to get business, because that's one of the first things they're going to want to see. How many followers do you have? How many people are watching your scopes? Presenting people with those hard numbers that say, yes, I have an audience. Yes, I have the potential to generate an audience. That's one of the things you want to start right from the start thinking about, even before you approach any person about making money with Periscope. Think of it like this. Put yourself in their shoes. They want to see, just like with radio and or TV, they want to see how big your audience is. What's the potential of how many people might see my product, my service, or whatever you're going to be promoting in your Periscope. So think of it that way. So if you're getting sponsorship, once again, a sponsor 9 times out of 10 is going to want to know, okay, well, what's the likelihood of how many people are going to see your scope? So you want to be able to show them or tell them, this is how many people generally come on one of my scopes. So if you're doing Periscope on a regular basis, be sure to check your analytical. Get a screen grab of it, because at the end of the day, there will come a time when, as you know, you only get 24 hours, and after that, your scopes are done. So what about sport? You mean sports? You mean as far as asking about how this would work for sports? If you are an athlete, you could use the same kind of strategy. If you were an athlete and you got a good following on Twitter, Facebook, or wherever, and potentially on Periscope, then in sports, it's pretty much the same thing. You as an athlete, you could approach someone to sponsor your broadcast, just like a race car driver technically could ask Tide or some other company to sponsor what they sponsor. You get placement on a car, you get placement on the outfit, and all this other stuff. Yes, sponsor. In other words, a sponsor is somebody that would literally pay you a certain amount of money to do your Periscopes, and you talk generally favorably about them. One of the things you got to be really, really careful about is you have to let people know from the start that your Periscope is being sponsored by a certain entity. Rules and regulations are in place now. This started with bloggers a couple of years ago. You don't want to fool people into thinking, oh, okay, I love this product just because I love it. That might be the case. But if that company is paying you to talk favorably about their business or about their service, you need to be as transparent as possible about it. Okay? So, sponsorship. Another way to make money is, which is kind of tied to sponsorship, people could pay you to do reviews. As just as you have a blog, just as you have a YouTube channel, companies will pay you to talk about their product. They don't necessarily all the time want you to be overly favorable, although technically if they're paying you, you would think so. But at the end of the day, you're thinking about another way you can make money is doing reviews, the same kind of concept that you use with a blog. Because technically this content, once it's recorded, could be put into a blog. So you could approach a company, or if you're a small business, even that, you could approach a Periscoper, quote unquote, and pay that individual to review a product or service. But if you are the Periscoper, you could approach that company and say, in Periscope, what speak is tape? What? In Periscope, what you speak is tape. Yes, it's recorded. I think that's what you're saying. Yes. What I'm doing right now, what we're doing right now is being recorded. I have the option as a user of Periscope to allow this to be recorded on my phone as well as on the servers for Periscope, and it will be there for 24 hours. 24 hours. So I think you're probably a newbie to Periscope, which is good because you need newbies. So sponsorship. You can get paid to do reviews. You can get paid as a host. Now, this is something that goes back to being quote unquote talent, a celebrity, an athlete, or a quote what I call a notable, or somebody who has a big audience or who has the potential to have a big audience. Yes, only 24 hours, Nelson. Yes, only 24 hours. So if you're thinking about making money using Periscope, think of approaching someone to say, look, I will host your Periscopes for you. I will be the face. I will be the person that will engage with the questions that are coming up. I will be the quote unquote, as we say in Hollywood, I will be the talent you're welcome. I will be the host. I will be the talent for your scopes. That's another way, because the reality of it is a lot of people, hi base, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. A lot of people are camera shy. Even I'm camera shy, despite the fact I am talking in this phone. But for those people that are camera shy, they may be willing to pay someone to literally get on Periscope and represent them as a company and or a service or a brand. Now, if you're going to do that, though, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have you're the one that has to have the big audience. However, you do need to be able to engage with an audience. You do need to be able to talk and be, just talk well, articulate, be friendly, do all those things that you would want somebody as a host to be for a quote unquote show. The same mentality that we use to book talent for a TV show is the same thing I'm pretty much talking about. If you know you like to talk and you're friendly and you feel like, okay, I can really represent this company well, technically they may be willing to pay you to do their Periscopes. That's okay. So what we're talking about for anybody who just joined is making money with Periscope. How can you as a user make money with Periscope? So I just talked about sponsorships. That's pretty much one of the first ones that people think about. How many people is a big audience? That really depends on the individual that you're approaching with this. Because a big audience could be thousands. Generally speaking, in all honesty, businesses want you to have as a benchmark, maybe 1,000, 3,000, 5,000. But you could approach a small business, and if you've got 500, they might be willing if they see the potential in what you have. Do I make money with Periscope? I make money via social media marketing, training, and consulting. That's how I make money with Periscope. Well, that's how I make money. But the reality of Periscope is I could take the very things that I'm telling you. I wouldn't tell you something that I can't do myself. And I'm not telling you something that I know that does not work as a blogger myself, because this is content, and content can be monetized. This content that you're looking at, that you're engaging with, can be monetized. So we're basically just talking about look my numbers. Look at my numbers. Won't do that right now, but I might do that later. At the end of the day, if you're going to approach somebody, think again about how are they going to look at you and your profitability or your marketability for them. If you're going to make money with Periscope, do you have a huge audience? Or at least if it's not a big following, is it an engaged following? If I only had 100 people, I probably wouldn't bother until I got to maybe upward to maybe 1,000 or 2,000 people. You have 5,000 people in Facebook, but Periscope, it's new. That indeed is true. Periscope, oh, thank you for the hearts. Periscope is new. But the reality of it is you can still take this content and share it with your 5,000 on Facebook. So you don't have to think about, okay, my Periscope audience is minimal. But you've got a huge audience on Twitter. You've got a huge audience on Facebook or wherever. It could even be Instagram to a degree. If you've got an audience somewhere online, you still have the potential to make money with Periscope. Okay? So, here's another way to do it. We talked about sponsorship. I told you about doing reviews, the same kind of thing that bloggers do. Sponsorships. Facebook will maybe show your Facebook post. Yes, yeah, that's very true, Carrie. Very, very true. Because at this point, we know, thanks to the very friendly or non-friendly algorithms, reach is pretty much down. However, that is not to say for those people that are using Facebook ads very strategically, you can still reach an audience. For those individuals who are not putting all of their social media eggs in Facebook, in the Facebook basket, you can still use what I'm saying and approach a business or approach an individual. Oh, you follow me on Twitter? That's great. Okay, that's wonderful. Thank you, Nelson. Okay, so what I've talked about thus far, sponsorship. You can make money with sponsorships. You can make money as a reviewer. Yes, paid is very helpful. In fact, yeah. And I hate to say it, but Facebook has become very pay to play. So, it is what it is. So if you're willing to create the content and you're willing to, have a budget and put some money behind monetizing, paying for an ad, whatever you do on Periscope can still be made into a video, a recorded video. You upload it to Facebook, and boom, bam, there you have it. So you still have great opportunity to make money using Periscope on a whole other platform. Sponsorships, you can do reviews, product reviews. Technically, it might be fun to hit up a restaurant, do restaurant reviews. That would be kind of fun. But okay, so do reviews. You got sponsorships. You could be the host. If you are that kind of person who likes to talk, you like to be on camera, don't discount the fact that, you are very personable on camera. People get paid every day just to talk on camera. Trust me, I know because I work with them. So the reality of it is you could get paid just to be a host of somebody else's Periscope. The reality of it, some of the people that are on Periscope, you can tell when they first start, they're scared. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to say. They're just regular people, so you understand that. But if you're thinking of, hey, I'm good on camera. I can speak well. I can talk well. I'm good with people. then there might be an opportunity there for you to make money on Periscope as a host. And you don't have to worry about selling your audience to someone. You're selling pretty much yourself. Okay, so another way to do it is collaborations. The reality of it is, you're strong. A lot of times, you're stronger working with somebody than doing it by yourself. So you could collaborate with a business and especially if their audience is similar to your audience, and they may pay you to collaborate with them on a Periscope event. Like what I saw today was great with Carrie. If you're still here, that was great. The shooting inside host. Okay, I'll get to you in a second, Nelson. I'll get to you in just a second. That was great, shooting inside the Chick-fil-A. That was an opportunity. Technically, that could be, who doesn't like, well, some people don't like Chick-fil-A. But for those people who do like Chick-fil-A, that could be a collaboration. Technically, you could set that up. You could approach that many different ways. You could approach it as a reviewer. They could become a sponsor of your Periscopes. You get free waffle fries for a year. Who knows? They could pay you as a host if Chick-fil-A decides, hey, we like this dude. We like how he goes about talking to people. We like how he gives out information. There's so many ways to do it. So, Nelson, what is your question? What was your question? Because I get a sense that you're new to Periscope. Yeah, you met the owner and we shot a video to send to headquarters. Yeah, that's hot. That was right. That was literally right on time. You got so many ways that you can approach that and make money doing what you're already doing and what you love to do. Oh, you wanted to know what a host was. Okay. So a host, what I mean by a host is, technically, say if I was, that kind of really, really camera shy, and I wanted to create content, valuable content for people, but I didn't want my face on it. Oh, you don't understand the service? Are you talking you don't understand Periscope, or you don't understand hosting? Because as a host, it's just like watching your favorite TV shows, your game shows. They have a host. Alex Trebek is a host. He's paid to be the face of Jeopardy. That's what I mean by hosting. At the end of the day, this is video. Yes, this is video. So when we're talking about hosting something, we're talking about somebody would pay you. Okay, thank you, Carrie. Bye-bye. Somebody would pay you to literally represent them on their Periscope account. You become the face of their Periscope. That's what hosting is. They could assign you maybe once a week, once a month. I have no idea what that says. Something about Netflix. What about Netflix? Signatures like Netflix? No, I don't know what you're saying. I don't understand that one. So, okay. So again, the ways to make money with Periscope. Break it down real easy for you. Sponsorships. Reviews. Same thing that bloggers do. You can make money doing reviews on Periscope. Same thing YouTubers do. Host. Become a host of a Periscope. Technically, take over somebody's Periscope and be that personality. Be their go-to. Hey, Base, you came back. Okay. So, Base, what I'm doing is, for those of you that are coming back or new to the stream, I'm going over the ways you can make money with Periscope. Now, some of these ways let me not say do, but they are dependent on whether you have an audience or not. Because when you are approaching someone to sponsor what the content you're creating, they're going to want to know how many people potentially will see my brand or my product in your Periscope. So if you don't have a huge following, there's still some other ways that you can make money using Periscope. And I also have another way too, that I have to give all props to Alex Pettit. You should really follow that guy, because he has his ear right into the horse's mouth of Periscope. So if something's new popping with Periscope, he gets it probably before everybody. So most of the stuff that you see people talking about, especially coming up new in the updates, we probably all got it from him first. So Alex Pettit, that's AlexPettitt. Follow him for the most up to date stuff on Periscope. And he was the one that shared this one tip when it comes to sponsorship. Let me show you this. It's called live stream promotions. This is crazy. Let me share my screen here. Hold on. Gotta flip it over. Live stream promotions. You see that? Now, here, this guy named Mark has created a website. And on this website, you can say, hey, I have a stream and I want you to sponsor my stream. And they partner you with people who want access to your stream. How cool is that? So once again, it's called live stream promotions. Okay, so hope y'all took that down. Livestreampromotions.com. One of the other things, okay, hit the camera here. So live stream promotions, that basically comes back to sponsoring Periscopes. Collaborate with some other people that have an audience similar to yours. That's another way to make money. Both of you can make money, technically, depending on what you're doing. You can do reviews. Review people's products. The same thing that YouTubers do and bloggers do. But if you're going to talk about a product or about somebody's service and you're getting paid to do it, be upfront and let people know from the start. This is a paid Periscope. This is a paid broadcast. This broadcast is brought to you by, or however you and that individual have decided that they want to be mentioned or they want to be shown. And that's true for sponsorships too. Most of the time, the sponsor is going to want to be given some acknowledgement during your Periscope, and you will sit down and have to discuss that with that individual. Okay? You can make money. Thank you for the hearts. You can make money as a host. If you're talented, you like to talk, you're friendly, you're good on camera, you can talk really well, and you like talking with people, you can get paid to be a host of somebody's Periscope. And then that way, you're not so dependent on how big your audience is, because you're talking to that individual's or that company's audience for them. Okay? So, those are the some major ways that you can make money using Periscope. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? I see hearts. Hearts are good. Hearts are good. Hearts are good. So I'm going to show you the website one more time that you can go. You can do this as soon as I end this broadcast. Take you over here one more time. Go over to live stream promotions. Give up your email. And hopefully you'll get an email saying that, we've got somebody who wants to pay you to live stream for them or for their product or for their service. Then, if you have any other social media questions, here's my website. Oops. Come on. Okay, here's my website. If you have a question about how to make money with Periscope, if you've got a social media question, if you need training, or if you need someone to come speak about social media, SheerSocial.com is where I exist online. You can also find me on Twitter at SheerSocial. Facebook is SheerSocial too. Okay? So, that's it. Are there any questions? Any questions? No questions? Thank you for the hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for the hearts. Okay, so my phone is about to die. So I'm going to wrap this up. And probably will take this video anyway and put it, repurpose it for YouTube and or Facebook. So you can catch the replay for the next 24 hours. It'll be there. And then after the 24 hours is up, I'll probably put it on. YouTube and Facebook, and there'll be some tweets so you can get the replay that way. So thank you for joining me tonight, and next time, bye-bye.